Yeah, so we've got another INEOS in. So this one's just the Grenadier. The last one we done was the Quartermaster. So yeah, these are becoming quite popular. So we've just done a little bit of a fit out on it, down a dual battery kit underneath the seat and that. So we'll just run through everything we've done on this one.
Yeah, came through flexing cause they know I got the sauce. Got the presence on me, I can't ever take it off. That's why I came country boy stepping. Yeah, I'm country boy stepping. Country boy stepping, yeah, I'm country boy stepping. Yeah, they can't get like me. Rockin' boots and white tee. Designer on my cuff link, something like a Moby. Country boy stepping, yeah, I'm country boy stepping.
Yeah, so jumping in here just underneath the actual seat. So you can option from factory to have a second battery under here. It's just a second AGM, but it's not a true like lithium second battery option. It's really just got a linking like C-Tech device that basically just links the two together once the certain voltage is connected. So it's not a true second battery option, and obviously it's an AGM instead of the lithium. So you can option that one in, but this one didn't have that option in, so it just made it a little bit easier. We didn't have to pull everything out. So we've got the 150 amp Amtron battery here, just for all our secondary power that's really just all running in the actual canopy. So all we've done is just run it straight to a mega fuse, which then goes to the DC hub that's just in the back for all our loads. And then we've got a BMV smart shunt here with the screen in the back. And then we've got our little DC-DC fuse, just because the customer did want to have the BCDC in the back connected to the DC hub. It's not our recommendation to do it that way. You always want to put the BCDC as close to the battery that you're trying to charge, but the customer just wanted it wired that way. So we've gone ahead and done that. It's just not the greatest for efficiency wise. You always want to make it as close as possible, reduce those cable runs, especially over time. Cable connections can corrode out, so the further you put the BCDC or the DCDC away from the battery you're trying to charge, just opens the door for, you know, volt drop, which can obviously then limit how much charge you got coming in. But that's why there's no DC-DC actually in here, it's in the back. But typically, yeah, we'll chuck it in the middle here. That's where our kit is. So then that way, just go straight over the top here. There's kind of dead space, so it's not really utilized. So it's a nice spot to be able to put it there. But yeah, that's pretty much everything under the seats here. Everything else is in the canopy, so we'll jump in there and check that out. Yeah, so jumping in the back here, that's pretty much where all the work was done. So we just got the water tank just on the headboard there. And then that's just wired to just a little C4 pump. That's just a 40 PSI, so it's just a little bit smaller. If you don't want as much flow to go out, you can go for the smaller one. But usually if you've got like a bigger system, we usually opt for the bigger pumps to just give you a bit more flow. So then that way, by the time it gets to the end of your actual circuit, you've still got quite good pressure coming out. If you opt for the smaller one and then you got quite a lot of hosing in the way, by the time it gets actually to your shower head, it's quite low, the pressure. But some people prefer that because then obviously it just limits how much water they're actually going to be using. I personally prefer the bigger one just because I want that pressure. But obviously you've got to be mindful that, yeah, you're obviously going to use a lot more water. So that's just the kind of difference if you want to go for the smaller one. Less pressure, but obviously going to save a little bit of water there. And then just up on the top there is just where we put the DC hub. So that's just the Nano, that's just their small one that they've come out with. That's good for smaller systems like this one where we're not really running too many outlets. So you don't just have the bigger system, and then the BCDC is just wired straight into that. So everything's connected there. So if you ever wanted to test what's going on with your solar input, and then obviously what your DC-DC and that's doing, you can just get it all off that one circuit there instead of having to look at different components around the vehicle to see what's going on with your system. Just below that is just the water pump switch, and then just the outlet next to it. So it's just a pretty simple water system. And then obviously they've just got cold water that they can run to a shower just through the gull wing there of the actual canopy. On each of the canopy doors, we've got our strip lights. So they're just the white and amber, just the dual function. And then yeah, there's a super handy feature to have on all of your gull wings there, just to be able to get some nice light. And then obviously dimmable. You can have just amber, just white, or you can have the mixture between the both, kind of whatever suits you. You can just opt for that just by switching it all on the actual switches there. And then yeah, you just obviously hold it to just make it brighter and dimmer. So then just located on the back corner here is just all our power outlets. So we've got a couple USBs outlets, and then also a SIG socket and then an Anderson. That's also where the solar connection is. So they already pre-installed the customer the solar panel on the rooftop tent. wired it into the back here, and then we just had to wire it into the actual BCDC. So we'll just put an Anderson plug at the back there. So then that way, if you ever wanted to, you can just disconnect that and plug it straight into a blanket instead of using your fixed solar, just in case you're parked up under trees or something. You just obviously just quickly disconnect it and then go straight to the solar panel. And it just gives you a little bit more flexibility. So that's why that's not hardwired into the actual BCDC. Just allows us to be able to switch between either fixed solar or the blanket. And then you've got the B&V screen just up in that corner there, so you can just see everything that's going on with your system. The big benefits of those little screens is just gives you basic data that you kind of need to know, which is just like your start voltage, and then your obviously lithium battery voltage, along with how much power is going in and out of the actual battery itself, and then how long you've got left until you're going to run it dry. So just gives you a lot more basic information that the Touch 50 gives you a little bit more, but this just gives you all the basics that you need. Pretty much everything you see on the Bluetooth app, you can then see on the actual display. It's just a nice function to have in case you don't want to get your phone out all the time to see what's going on with your system. You've got a quick reference there on the actual display. So we just had to make a little bracket up for that, just be able to house all those components, and then just tucks it away nice and clean there. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything on this one. Definitely they're going to be becoming more popular, these vehicles. You just have to be a little bit more careful when you are working on being a German vehicle. They've got CAN bus running everywhere. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. Just simple things like, same as a Sprinter, if you pull the seat out, throws airbag faults and so on, you just got to clear the code. So you just got to be a little bit more careful when you're working on them, but they're definitely a very capable car. Definitely going to get a lot more popular. So if you're interested in something similar, you can get in contact with us. We'll catch you on the next one.
I'm country boy stepping. Artist out the ranch. I just told you that I'm about it. I might take offense if you tell me that you doubt it.